Hello 7th class, welcome to your social science class. Today we have discussed the first chapter of history, time frame and sources. In the online class, I have described the lesson to you that how we got the information about the history, what are the sources of history and what are the three periods in which history is divided. And in the 7th class, we are going to study the medieval history. Now, first exercise, tick the correct options. Which of the following is not an archaeological source? Answer is biography. Question number 2, the inscriptions tell us about the following conditions of a period. Answer is all of these. Question number 3, the study of epigraphs is called. Answer, epigraphy. Question number 4, the writings about the rule and dynasty of a king written by a historian were called. Answer, court chronicles. Question number 5, who wrote Humayunama? The answer is Gulbadan Begum. Next exercise is fill in the blanks. First sentence, Abdul Razak was sent by the ruler of Persia to the kingdom of Vijayanagar. Second, Babarnama was written by Babar. Number 3, Tariq-e-Firoz Shahi. Space is less here, so I have written the answer in the end. Tariq-e-Firoz Shahi is a record of the history of Delhi Sultanate. Number 4, in Raj Tarangini, Kalhana wrote about the history of rulers of Kashmir. And 5, Prithviraj Raso by Chandra Bardai describes the life of Prithviraj Chauhan. Next exercise is match. Al-Baruni, Central Asia. Ibn Battuta, Morocco. Niccolo Conti, Italy. Afanasi Nikitin, Russia. Domingo Paes, Portugal. You have to write it like this: 1C, 2A, 3D, 4E, 5. Raj Tarangini, Kalhana. Akbarnama, Abul Fazl. Babarnama, Babar. Humayunama, Gulbadan Begum. Tughlaqnama, Amir Khusro. Tariq-e-Firoz Shahi, Ziauddin Bahami. Taqiq-e-Hind, Al-Baruni. Rihla, Ibn Battuta. These are the question answers. Which countries mark the start and end of the medieval period? Question number 2. Why is the medieval period synonymous with Muslim rule in India? Name the two main sources of information about an historical period. Question number 4. What is Darai Pariksha? And question number 5. Who wrote Prithviraj Raso? These are the questions. Now let's have a look of these answers. This is answer number 1 of brief questions. The word medieval means the middle, so this period lies between the ancient and the modern periods of history. In India, this period stretched from the 18th century to the 18th century. Question number 3. Information about any period is available from two main sources: archaeological sources and literary sources. Answer number 4 is in Vista Facts. Second paragraph of Vista Facts. A book on coins titled Darai Pariksha, an examination of coins, was written during the reign of Alauddin Khalji 1296 to 1316. It lists the coin minted during his reign. Answer number 5. Prithviraj Raso was written, you have to write in the space, was written by Chandra Bardai, that describes the life and adventures of Prithviraj Chauhan. So these were the brief answers. Now let's see detailed answers. These are the detailed questions. Question number 1. What were the important kingdoms that flourished during the medieval period in India? And the answer is on the first page. The early medieval period stretched from the 8th to the 18th century. This is the brief answer of question number 1. After that, you will start the detailed answer of first question in F exercise. The Palas, Pritiharas, Rashtrakutas, Cholas and the Rajputs were the powerful dynasties that ruled during the early medieval period. This period is centered on power struggles among regional kingdoms of both North and South India, which led to the frequent rise and fall of kingdoms. After that, second paragraph, the late medieval period stretched from the 13th to the 18th century. During this period, there were a number of invasions from Central Asia by the Muslims, the Turks, the Afghans and the Mughals. These invaders conquered large parts of India. Long question number 2. Describe any 4 historical developments in India during the medieval period. And the answer is all 4 points of this heading, historical developments during medieval period. There are 4 points. There was a greater contact between the people of India and other parts of the world due to trade links. India borrowed many traditions from the culture of these people. Number 2, the invasion by Muslims led to the growth of a mixed culture in India. There was interaction between North and South India and the Hindus and Muslims. An Indian culture developed which was above regional and caste differences. Number 3 point. The Muslim dynasties provided a stable rule to the country. This led to an increase in trade and rapid economic growth. Point number 4. Islam spread in India during the medieval period. The Bhakti and Sufi movements spread the message of devotion to God and kindness to all human beings. Number 3. Discuss some archaeological sources available for the study of the medieval period. The answer is here on page number 123. Under the heading archaeological sources, you have to write from the 4th line. Archaeological sources for any period. Skip they काट देना है बीच में से. Give us an idea of the social, art, political and economic history of the time. First heading डालेंगे monuments and you will write from temples, mosques, forts and palaces to of the artists of those times. Next heading डालेंगे आप paintings and sculptures. Paintings tell us about the customs, food, habits and dressing style of that period. Various schools of painting flourished during this period. What is the difference between an autobiography and biography? And the answer is autobiographies. These are self-written accounts of some important kings of those times. Some of the important autobiographies are Futuhat of Firoz Shahi by Firoz Shah Tughlaq, Babarnama by Babar or Tuzuki Jahangiri by Jahangir. Biographies. These were the accounts of a king life written by court writers. Example, Akbarnama, Aine Akbari, Prithviraj Raso and Humayunama. Question number 5. How are travelogues an important literary source? And the answer is travelogues. Court historians focused only on the king, his family and wars in order to find out about the lives of ordinary people. The books written by foreign travelers or letters exchanged between foreign officials are quite useful. The accounts of traders, pilgrims and royal ambassadors also give us an idea about the life of the people in those times. Since they were just visitors, they could even write the unpleasant truths about society and prevalent practices. But we must remember that they were from a different culture and hence they did not understand our culture well, and their judgments could not be trusted blindly. So these were the exercises and question answers. Write down in your copy and learn them. Bye bye. Thank you.